Welcome to chapter 125 of Factual Recollections of a Snowman-Coloured Gentleman. How are we all doing, guys? Now, I want to start off this week's podcast with a quick poll, and you guys can participate. I want this to be an inclusive podcast. So, guys, put your hand up wherever you are. You don't have to put your hand up, but just maybe answer it in your head, okay? But I'm going to put my hand up, okay? So everyone who knew what day it was yesterday, put your hand up in 3, 2, 1. Oh, fuck. My hand's not up because I didn't know what day it was yesterday. Okay, we'll do another one. Everyone who has been living a day behind in their own... Wait. Everyone who's been living a day behind in their head all week, put up your hand now. Okay, my hand's just gone up. Oops, am I the only one? Or unless someone else has listening. I hope I'm not the only one. Guys, the podcast is late because I thought it was Tuesday. I've been living in the past literally for 3 days and I can't work out now where I went wrong. So this is how I found out yesterday that it was Wednesday. So it's Thursday now. Let's make that clear. I'm recording this on a Thursday. The podcast is one day late, and I apologize. Yesterday, it gets to about 8 p.m. I've been living it up, doing Tuesday things. You know, like just fucking Tuesdaying about. Because in my head, it's Tuesday. It gets to 8 p.m. I get a message on my Instagram saying, "Hey Luke, just wondering when I can expect the podcast to be up." I replied very confidently with, the podcast is out every Wednesday. So it'll be out tomorrow. And she said, "Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking. It's Wednesday." Have you ever had a complete stranger tell you what day it is and you go, "No. Serious?" So you went, "Yeah, today's Wednesday." And I was like, pretty sure this girl is fucking nuts. I'm pretty sure I know what day it was, okay? I like to think that I'm not the smartest guy, but I like to think that at all times I know what day it is. Clearly not. I don't know where, and now I realize, because that means on Tuesday, your guys' is Tuesday, right? Everyone else's Tuesday. 100%, I thought it was Monday. And I can't work out. I've been trying to backtrack to the day where I went wrong, where I skipped. So one day, I technically would have had to do... I think I did Sunday twice in my head. I woke up 2 days in a row and was like, "It's Sunday." And then I fell a day behind. I need a fucking DeLorean to catch up now. I don't know how I'm going to get back into the future, because currently, to me, it's still Wednesday. I've been doing all my Wednesday shit, you know? But to you guys are already on Thursday. So everyone listening to this, you guys are listening from the future. So that's why the podcast is late, because I don't know what day it is. So we're off to a great start this week, guys. I'm going to rock up a day late for my Adelaide show this weekend. Everyone's going to be there. I'm going to be like, "Guys, Adelaide tomorrow night, get down." Oh, god damn. But seriously, though, get down. If you're in the beautiful city of Radelaide, come get rad with me. The Tambourine Tour. 3 shows to go. Adelaide, Albury, and Canberra. Adelaide this weekend. Albury, Canberra next weekend. Get down. Let's finish off this tour with a light percussive tap. Okay? Yeah, it's been a big week, guys. Clearly not for me. That's one thing that really concerned me about the whole forgetting what day it was thing. It did not affect my life at all. And it should have. That should affect your life. Usually, I'm sure if you guys didn't know what day it was, your boss would be calling you going, "Where the fuck are you? It's Monday. It's 9 a.m. Why aren't you here?" You'd be like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure it's Sunday." That's what my life would be like if I was like, I'm lucky I don't have a job. I'm lucky this is my job. Where if I'm a day late to my job, I just get a few messages on Instagram going, oh, where's the podcast? That's all that happens. That's like the biggest punishment for me is no one cares. You guys don't care. You guys got other shit to do. You're like, I'll listen to these fucking podcasts when it comes out. Okay? I only got about 10 messages, which thank you guys for caring that the podcast wasn't out. Yeah, so it's really concerning that I can be a day behind the rest of society and it affects my life so little. So little. I lived all of Tuesday thinking it was Monday, did not affect my life whatsoever. So that's good. I thought National Papa Shackers Day, which was on Tuesday, was just on a Monday, I think. I'm pretty sure I remember thinking like, oh yeah, we'll have it. Oh, it'll be good. It'll be on a Monday, and I'll drop that video on a Monday. Maybe that's where I went wrong. God damn, I'm dumb. So, hope you guys had a great National Papa Shackers Day. Hope you've been popping them in the sheets, popping them in the streets. A sheet pop is called a seductive shack. Hope you guys did that to your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or or maybe you had a one night stand, and in the morning we're like, oh, I'm just gonna get an Uber. You were like, no worries, and you popped a shack to your homie. I don't know if anyone would have a one night stand on a weeknight. Is that a thing? You know, I've never had a one night stand before, so I need to ask you guys, like, what's the deal with that? Do people only do one night stands on weekends? That's interesting. So let me know if you've ever had a one night stand on like a Tuesday night. It seems a bit dirty. You know what? That would be weird actually. If you both had jobs like starting at 9 a.m., both had 9 to 5 jobs, you both went out to a bar, met up, had a one night stand, and then what? Do you go into work the next day in the same clothes? Because everyone knows you fucked. Like, you know what I mean? The guys, the workmates that you went out drinking with the night before will be like, you wearing the same clothes? What'd you get up to last night? It'd be dead obvious. So I don't know. Let me know if anyone's ever done that. I think that would be wild, and that's a wild way to live. Anyway, so hope you had a good Shackers Day. It's good to celebrate. Next year we'll be doing International Shackers Day. So many people celebrated overseas, which was very cool to see. Had a Canadian high school hold an International Papa Shackers Day, which is very cool. They made Luke Kidgell t-shirts. They made a Papa Shacker t-shirts that said Shacker Addict, and then at the back saying, this is my pop top. They made Shacker pins, necklaces, you name it, they had it. What a great initiative, and it's good to see Canada being fucking legends. So, yeah, it was a real successful first day. Hopefully next year we gets even bigger and better. I'll probably do more of a build-up next year for International Papa Shackers Day. Really get the international community. Hopefully, the dream would be getting a seat on the UN and sitting around that big, have you guys seen the UN meetings where all the representatives from each country, I get out there with whoever the Prime Minister will be, so probably 4 Prime Ministers from now next year in Australia. I get out there and go, no worries guys, I'm just here for one thing and one thing only. Pop, pop, motherfuckers! And then the translators all around the room start translating pop, pop, motherfuckers in Mandarin and all the different languages and stuff. And then I'm assuming what will happen is it's hard to get everyone in the world to agree on some things. That's why we have world wars. That's why there's conflict. But I feel like it'd be pretty unanimous in that room that I'd get a standing ovation from every single nation in the world. A standing O-nation, they would call it. And it would be written about in history as the first guy to ever have a unanimous vote in the UN. Every country agrees. It doesn't matter what your political background is. If you're a democracy, if you're a communist country, it does not matter. If it's National Papa Shackers Day, you're fucking hitting that shack, and all the other issues can wait till tomorrow. So, guys, hope you had a great day. Popping shacks. I certainly did. Bloody hell. Pulled up a bit dusty, though. I don't know how you guys pulled up, but 2 minor hand cramps in the pinky and thumb, as well as a slight pinky ache the next morning. I went to raise it and I went, pulled up rat shit, but nothing stops the pop and you got to trek on. So I put it on ice and all was good. Now, I don't want to brag, guys, but this is the first thing on my list to talk about. Okay, look, I do want to brag. That's why I'm bringing it up. My postman is cooler than your postman. But look, my postman, nah, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how cool you think your postman is. My postman is a fucking legend. I realized this 2 days ago. He was driving. Now, 60 kilometers an hour. You're thinking, Luke, that's pretty regular speed. Lots of cars do it. Lots of motorbikes do it. So far, doesn't sound legendary. Well, check this out. He was going 60 kilometers an hour, not on the road, on the footpath, on the sidewalk, ripping it up, around bends, not slowing down. There are prams, people walking their dogs, cyclists. My postman's like, fuck that. I got mail to deliver. And it's just, he rips it so fast down my sidewalk. Now, I'm not going to encourage that. I'm not going to encourage that. I'm not saying I'd do it, and I'm not even saying it's good. But, okay, I did say it was a legend. But so maybe I'm slightly encouraging it. But as someone who doesn't really frequent that sidewalk a lot and only really watches it from my bedroom window, god damn, it's good. Guys, my postman's a crusty demon. He's just fucking sponsored by Red Bull. Just rips up and down the sidewalk like a hero. Doesn't care, man. And I didn't think you could deliver mail in such an aggressive manner. I've never seen my mail delivered so aggressively. He like throws the mail in my letterbox. He doesn't, slide it in. He really jams it in there, and I've seen him like have a crack with the paper. One time I just saw him. I don't know, maybe the dude's always running late or something, or he's trying to get it done quickly. He just kind of rips it past and just chucks mail. And one time he didn't even put it in my mailbox. I saw a letter just skim over my mailbox and land in the garden behind it. And other people will be like, fuck this guy. And I was like, man, this guy, how do you think he keeps his Red Bull sponsorship? Okay, this dude is like next level. Like, I honestly reckon he's like an ex-member of Nitro Circus. So then he's become a postie later in life, and he just still knows how to kill it. It's so good to watch. So yeah, didn't want to come out and flex on y'all, but my postman's cooler than your postman, because he doesn't give a fuck. He goes 60 kilometers. I've seen him do a skid around a pram. Like, narrowly. Think about that. Someone in you're at your workplace. You're being paid by a very big corporation, Australia Post, to be doing your job, and it gets to 11 a.m. in the morning, and you just rip a skid around a baby. If that isn't like the gnarliest thing you've ever seen, then I don't know what is. The dude was being paid to avoid babies on the sidewalk. He should be riding on the road. A postie's even allowed to ride on the sidewalk. He doesn't give a fuck though, my postie. It's great. So yeah, that's the thing. I hate to come out and do that to you and make you feel shit about your postie, but my one, Diamond City posties, they get it. And now I want to talk about my Hobart show. When was that? 2 weeks ago. I had Frenchie on last week, so didn't get to chat about it, but god damn, it was loose. It was so loose. Thank you to everyone who came. It was so fun. Now I got to explain why it was a weird one. It was probably one of the top 3 weirdest shows I've ever done from the minute I got to the venue. I was playing at this place called the Granada Tavern, which is not in Hobart, in Tasmania. So I was going, guys, come to my Hobart show. I get to Hobart, put the venue into maps. It's 20 minutes out of Hobart, and 20 minutes out of Hobart is like 4 hours out of Melbourne. That's like a rural place. I went through farms, paddocks. I played in the Diamond City of Hobart. It was a place called Berrydale, and I went there and it was fine. It was like your classic kind of, it was called Granada Tavern. You know, if anything has a tavern, you're immediately expecting there to be a sheriff out the front and like a hay bale for your horse. Okay, do you guys know that's a law? I think places, it's like an old timey law. I'm not sure if it still exists, but a few years ago it did. It was like the everyone's fun trivia when studying legal studies in school. There's a law that exists apparently that if you go to any type of establishment such as Crown Casino, they have to legally give your horse, if you rock up on a horse, they have to give your horse hay. Apparently, like how they have to give you free water. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if it's true, but that's what this podcast is. It is me saying things that sound correct, but are based off hearsay and limited evidence. So, rocked up to this tavern on my horse. I was like, yo, bring out the hay. They did, thank God. And parked my horse in the stable. I'm kidding, guys. Had a hire horse. It wasn't my horse. I had a Hyundai hire horse. It was 60 horsepower, but in one horse. It was pretty good. Automatic horse. It was white. Drove there. Rode there. That's probably why it took so long to get there, because I was on a horse. So I got to this Granada Tavern place, tilted my hat at the sheriff, walked in, and there was just a bistro full of 120 people. Go up to the bar staff. I was like, hey, I'm Luke. I'm here to do my show. They're like, oh, yep, you're doing your show up in this building, at the top. And I was like, sweet. And so it was like two. Okay, it wasn't above the bistro. It was maybe 2 meters above. You had to walk up a ramp, and 2 meters elevated above, there was a separate room. Now, the interesting part about this venue was you would think that I would be doing my show in a separate room to a bistro full of 120 people celebrating birthdays, eating dinner. You would think that. However, ladies and gentlemen, if you were thinking that, you will be wrong. Why put me in a separate room? Nah, we'll just separate it with curtains, 2 curtains, and that will block out the noise of 120 people eating 15 meters away. Good luck with your show. That's what they did. You would think when building the tavern, the architect went, now what do we need for a building, guys, that has multiple rooms? We'll need floor, boom, check. We'll need a roof, yep, got that, check. We'll need exterior walls to go around the outside, yep, we got that, check. Oh, we'll probably need some walls in the middle of the room to divide the spaces, stops noise pollution, and people just generally like rooms. Oh, nah, mate. Not in Tasmania. We don't do walls here, mate. You got the exterior ones. No, but I was thinking interior walls. What? And the guys left. And then the building remained. That's how that tavern was built. Fuck off any walls in the middle. The whole place was just one big... I could not stress enough how big this place was. It was like one big space that was just divided by curtains. The only room that was separate, divided by a wall, was the pokey den, because you could probably hear the sounds of people crying as they get their couches repossessed and shit. So that's why they put a wall on that one. But they were like, oh, you're doing your little comedy show? Yeah, no worries. Hopefully you don't have to deal with multiple renditions of Happy Birthday throughout your show, Luke. Oh, wait. I did. And look, it was bad. So I got there about 6 p.m. There were 120 people in the bistro. And I said to the venue staff, oh, will they be gone by the time I start my show? They go, yeah, of course, no worries. We usually get everyone out by 7:30. Your doors open at 7:30. Your show starts at 8. You'll be sweet. I was thinking, awesome. Gets to about 7:15, and still seems to be 120 people in there. And I'm thinking, it's a bit weird. Surely some people would have left by now if they're going to get everyone out. So I go up to the venue staff. I was like, hey, 7:15, is everyone going to be going soon? Because it'll be really noisy throughout my show. And they go, yeah, sorry. Everyone's going to be out by 7:30. I was like, that's in 15 minutes. They go, yeah. And I went, these people are still ordering. They haven't ordered their food yet. And they went, oh, right. Well, maybe there'll be a few people left if that's okay. And I was like, yeah, look, that's fine. It gets to 7:30. The place is probably more pumping than when I arrived. There's renditions of Happy Birthday. No joke. There is an 80th birthday party happening where the grandmother has been gifted with an adult male blow-up doll. And I know this because I came out to pee one time out of my green room, right? I came in through the bistro, right? And I walked through, and all I saw was probably the most Tasmanian thing I can possibly even conjure in my mind. It wasn't like an orgy, but in the 80th with the family, but that was the second most Tasmanian thing. I saw a 6-year-old carrying a plastic adult blow-up doll, sex blow-up doll, via the penis. It was a male blow-up doll. Instead of, you know what I was going to say, instead of carrying it by a 6-year-old shouldn't have a male blow-up doll, a sex blow-up doll. We're talking hardcore shit. There was a face fucking hole on the blow-up doll where it's like, so it was like, it looked like one of those carnival games where you throw the ping pong balls in it, like that shit. And then it had a butt hole as well that you could insert something into, such as a penis or a finger or a foot if you're into that. You could probably fit a foot in that hole. It was a big hole. And I saw a 6-year-old walking around the busy family bistro holding the male blow-up doll via the plastic dick on it. Now, what did I do in this situation? I immediately told Meg. I was like, Meg, my girlfriend, right? I was like, there's a 6-year-old with a blow-up doll. She runs out, goes, holy shit, need to see this. I see it. I'm like, sweet, cool, that's the most Tasmania thing ever. We go back into the green room. 20 minutes later, I leave the green room again. Now the blow-up doll, which is still being played with all the kids, right? There's about 20 kids. There's like a kids party happening. They're all playing with the blow-up doll because Tasmania. Someone had deemed the blow-up doll inappropriate. Someone had been like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have a sex blow-up doll around these 6-year-old children. So instead of removing the blow-up doll from the situation, some bright-ideaed adult went, we'll just put underwear on the blow-up doll. So the next time I saw this blow-up doll, there were kids' Bonds underwear pulled up. So the blow-up doll was wearing little kids' underwear covering the plastic dick. But because the dick didn't fit in the kids' underwear, they tucked up the dick. And you know, guys, when you tuck up your boner into the elastic of your fucking pants, right? It was like they tucked up. the blow-up doll had a tucked up boner that was popping out. So you could still see the tip of the plastic cock. And these kids were still playing with it, but then they were, oh, that's fine. Like, who hasn't seen a plastic dick when they're 6? It's fucking Tasmania. It's better than their uncles, right? So, I just went, Jesus Christ, this place is fucked. So, it gets to 8 p.m. I'm supposed to start my show. Everyone's there. There's so much noise happening. I was like, all right, cool. We'll just start the show in like 10 minutes. Maybe some people will leave. We go on. Meg opened my show, which was cool. She killed it. She's doing comedy now, which is good. She did her first ever gig at my Hobart show in one of the most fucked environments I've ever performed in. But it was very funny. So yeah, she killed it. That was fun. And then and she's opening my Adelaide show this weekend, and Albury and Canberra. And Lachlan Fairbairn is also opening Adelaide this weekend. So I start doing my show. I go on stage about 8:15, and throughout my show, like, it's just, imagine busy bar chatter. I cannot describe. It's the most distracting thing I've ever performed to. Like, imagine if you had to do your, like, a public speaking or whatever in, like, a busy bar. Hang on. Busy. I'm going to look up busy bar sound effect. Okay. This is what I was listening to in the background. I was like, guys, thanks for coming out. Hobart, you guys are legends. All right, so you're probably wondering why I've got a tambourine with me. Insert tambourine joke. All right, can you guys hear me? Do you guys hear me at the back? That was what the first half an hour of my Hobart show was like. Then there were 3 renditions of Happy Birthday that happened. I had to stop my show 3 times because 15 meters away, again, no walls, just curtains, so there's no sound. So the people in the bistro would have been able to hear me doing 9/11 jokes, and I could hear them singing Happy Birthday. So both people would have been pissed off at each other. So I could hear, like, I'd be halfway through doing a fucking bit. Like, I'd be halfway through a story, then I'd hear, Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And then I just have to, like, come on, guys, let's sing. And then my whole crowd went, Happy birthday, dear. And we'd wait for the name. And the 80th was like, Beryl, happy birthday. And then I even did the fucking hip hip hoorays. I let it because I had the microphone. I was like, hip hip. And then everyone out in the bistro went, hooray. It was so fucked. But anyway, classic Hobart, my first time there. I expected literally nothing left. And I love doing shows like that. It ended up being one of the best shows of the tour, I think. I think it was so fun, man. I had a great time by the end. Like, the first I was... But by the time I just got used to it, and then by halfway through the show, most people had left anyway. It wasn't too loud. It was fine. But the first half an hour, I did so little material because I was just talking about the thing. I think I described it as like a strip club fucked a childcare center. That's what it sounded like out in there. Oh, guys, it was wild. But anyway, Adelaide this weekend. Albury, Canberra. I think they're at better venues. Actually, Albury, I don't know. I've never been there, so I don't know what venue it's at. But Adelaide is at the Rhino Room. That's a sick venue. And I'm pretty sure the venue in Canberra is sick as well. So, yeah, guys, get down. It's always fun. You never know what's going to happen at a Luke Kidgell show. There might be a blow-up doll with a 6-year-old. There might not be. Hey, that's what happens. So, this is one thing I wanted to talk about. It's not very funny, but I just want to tell you guys, because I know there's a lot of young people who listen to this podcast, and it's something that maybe I would have wanted to know perhaps a couple of years ago that I had no idea about. This week I was going through all my tax shit. It was boring. I was on like my MyGov page, and I realized that I had my higher education loan sitting there, which is like your HECS debt or your TAFE's called like HELP or whatever it's called, right? It's when you study at a uni or a TAFE and then you don't pay you get like a HECS debt that you then pay off throughout life. What I didn't know was that you guys may not realize this, and I certainly didn't. Some of you might. That debt keeps going up. Not interest, but it's called indexation. So every single year, my HECS debt has been going up by 1.5% about. So it's gone up like, it's already gone up something like $1,000 or something like that in, it went up like $800, $900 or $1,000 something like that only in 3 years. So I was like, oh, fuck that. So I decided to use all my money from the comedy festival and some of the savings I had as well to just pay it all off, because I was like, fuck that, I'm not gonna let it sit there and keep going up. So yeah, more just a thing for you guys. It's not very funny, but genuine thing. Yeah, you might want to check that out. Your HECS debt keeps going up via the cost of living every year. They times it by whatever the CPI is of that year, and then it usually ends up going up by a few $100s. So if your HECS debt is like $40,000, that's going to end up costing you. My brother's has already gone up by about $3,000 or $4,000 already in like 3 years. So yeah, something to think about. Just thought I'd give you guys a heads up. Look at this, educational Luke. This podcast doesn't have to be all laughs, all right? It doesn't have to be wall-to-wall fucking comedy, which it always is. Sometimes we get a bit, educational, and that's just a heads up for everyone who's studied or is paying off a HECS debt. If you obviously, some people may not be in a position where they can just pay it all off, right? I just happen to be in a position where I make all my money fucking at the start of the year, and then now I'm going to be living like a fucking in poverty for the rest of the year. But that's all right. I live at home with my parents, so it's cool. What else I want to talk about? I want to talk about TikTok. Bloody TikTok. Not the song, by the way. No, I'm not just going to talk about Kesha. But everyone who's seen my show this year would know that I'm very interested in Kesha now. I actually think that song TikTok's dope. Hang on, where's TikTok? Wake up in the morning feeling like I want to talk about the app TikTok, but while we're on it, let's talk about Kesha. This city. I always imagine her dentist must throw up in their mouth. The dentist must just throw up in their mouth hearing that. I wake up, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. That was the... You fucking idiot. Jack Daniels would erode your teeth very quickly. That's like brushing your teeth with Coke. Like, imagine just, fuck, that's so stupid. It's such a dumb lyric because she doesn't do that. It's like, it's in her mind, or whoever wrote that song, is thinking like, what's like a tough way I can describe me leaving the house?
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Is that impressive? Like, what do you mean? Wake up in the morning feeling like P Diddy? Who is P Diddy? Is that rapper dude? P Diddy? Didn't he like piss on someone's face? Or is that R Kelly? I don't know. P Daddy. P Diddy, not P Daddy. P Diddy. Oh, that dude, Sean Combs. Oh, isn't his name Puff Daddy? Why do he keep changing his fucking rapper name? P Diddy, Puff Daddy. Dude, this guy looks like he'd fucking piss on people's faces all the time. He looked like, man, look at him, dude. I'd want him to piss on my face. If I wanted anyone to like, if anyone, yeah, that's the type of guy he looks like, guys. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's P Diddy. He just like, yeah, he looks like the kind of guy who'd piss on your face and then be like, ha ha, you like that? You know what I mean? That's what he looks like. I don't know if he's ever pissed on anyone's face. I bet you everyone in Hollywood has pissed on a face. I feel like it's like their initiation, you know? They get into some room and like, you want to be famous? And they're like, yeah, cool, piss on my face. And they're like, what? I said piss on my face. And they're like, cool. And they're like, what's next? And after you piss on their face, like, you need a dumb rap name. All right, what'd you have in mind? Well, just because you pissed on my face then, because you did a P, I'm going to call you P. Diddy. And then he was like, dope. And then he featured fucking 10 years later in the opening line of a Kesha song.
Wake up in the morning
Feeling like P. Diddy. So she woke up in the morning feeling like she's just peed on someone's face. By the way, my favorite part of this song is I could honestly spend half an hour reviewing this song. I won't, but I will probably spend the next 5 minutes. My favorite fucking line of this song is the "Hey, what up, girl?" After that, listen to it. You ready?
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Grab my glass.
Hey, what up, girl? Is that P. Diddy? Do you reckon like, hey, what up, girl? Let me piss on your face. Like, do you reckon they got P. Diddy to do that? Because he doesn't feature in the rest of the song. There's no rap verse, I don't think, in this song. So they've gone like, yo, P. Diddy, you busy today? He's like, oh, I got a few faces to pee on. Well, what are you doing after that? Not much. Can you say, hey, what up, girl? And send me the clip? Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Hey, what up, girl? Oh, man, I love it. I'm going to look up the lyrics to this song. From memory, she has some insane lyrics. I love Kesha, by the way. Anyone who's seen my show will know that Kesha probably doesn't like me. I have a story in my show called The Kesha Story, and it's in my comedy special, which is coming out, and it's my favorite story ever. It's true as well. People always doubt it. It's true. There's one part of the story. No, it is true, because there's one part of the story. No. It's the story. Okay, I'm not going to say that. I don't want to give it away. But for those who have seen it, there is one part of the story where the bit that you think would be made up is absolutely true. There's only one part of the story I just added in. It's the first bit. It's just like a bit about a tambourine, right? Anyway, the story is true. So, Kesha TikTok lyrics. Oh, here we go. Okay. Wake up in the morning. Dude, I like that she's so presumptuous when she does a night out, because she says, because when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. Like, who plans an all-nighter? I've never done that. I've never gone out and been like, oh, I've also never brushed my teeth with a bottle of Jack. That's so much Jack to brush your teeth with. Like, how much toothpaste do you use? Like a little pea-sized amount on your toothbrush? She's just pouring a whole bottle of Jack Daniels and going, bleh. This is why fucking dentists threw up in their mouth. My favorite line is, boys blowing up our phones, drop topping, playing our favorite CDs. Oh, so old. Now it will be like, playing our favorite Spotify playlist. The chorus isn't that good. She pretty much admits she's poor. She's like, ain't got a care in the world, but got plenty of beer. Ain't got no money in my pocket, but I'm already here. That's not a flex. Don't hit that lyric. Ain't got no money in my pocket. That's just literally her going like, but if I try hard enough, I can get free shit off guys. This is my okay. This is my all time. This is my second favorite line in the song. I'll get to my favorite line. My second favorite line is now. There's dudes lining up because they hear we got swagger, but we kick 'em to the curb unless they look like Mick Jagger. What kind of weird old man fetish does Kesha have? Mick Jagger is an ugly motherfucker. Have you guys seen what Mick Jagger looks like lately? He looks like a fish. He looks like a fish with saggy skin, like an elderly fish. He's like his lips are like patted out. His skin is hanging off his face like a fucking pit bull. He looks like a pugfish. If there was such thing that existed. Maybe there is. I don't know. But he looks wet all the time. I don't know why. Because he's probably sweating all the time. Don't get me wrong. I love Mick Jagger. I love his music. Love the Rolling Stones. What he did for music. You bloody name it. Those guys are kings. The way he dances is incredible. I think he's actually doing well for his age, but not his face. He looks 90. How old is he? I bet he's only like 70. Mick Jagger. Or maybe he's like 80. I don't know. Mick Jagger. Age. He's 75 years old. Yeah, the dude looks like 85, man. That's why you don't do cocaine. Wow. So, yeah, anyway, that's my second favorite line of the song. The dudes are lining up because they think we got swagger, but we kick them to the curb unless we look like Mick Jagger. Imagine if that was your deal breaker. Like you were dating, you're on Tinder or whatever, and you're swiping. You're like, fuck, man, none of these guys look like Mick Jagger. Fucking hate this. No one's getting around Mick. People don't like Mick Jagger because of his droopy ass fish face. They like him because of his moves and his swagger, you know? That's why the song's called Moves Like Jagger. Maroon 5 went like, I got that face like Jagger. I got that ooh face like Jagger. No one's bragging about that dude's head. Anyway, so that's my second favorite line from TikTok. I will talk about the app, by the way. That's what I wanted to talk about, but, you know, we're on the topic. My favorite line from this song. Where's my phone? Where did I just put my phone? How do I lose a phone? Put it in my pocket. Okay. My favorite line is, I think it's in the second verse, where she calls the police the Popo. She goes, Popo, shut us down. Oh, this is that line. This is the other line. That's every guy. Every guy's gonna walk up to you. The only other guy who looks like Mick Jagger is Keith Richards, the other fucking dude from the Rolling Stones. Oh, this is my favorite line. Okay, coming up. This bit. Popo shut us down. What the fuck? Popo shut us down. Dude, all I can think of is like Po from Kung Fu Panda, the Dragon Warrior, just bursting into some shithouse house party in LA with the Furious Five, like Tigress, Mantis, Crane, Monkey, and I'm probably missing one, Viper, right? The whole Furious Five. Master Shifu's there as well as Master Oogway. and then Poe's like, this is Jack Black's voice, like, hey, skadoosh, this party's like, what would Jack Black say in that situation? He'd roll in, do like a fat panda roll, and then he'd be like, hey, Kesha, this party is done. And then he'd be like, Tigress, lock the door. And then Master Shifu would be like, you have partied too hard, right? And then Poe would be like, hey guys, I'm sorry, you guys need to leave. I'm trying to be the nice guy. I'm the Dragon Warrior, but you know, this party's going to be shut down. And then Kesha was like, Popo, shut us down. I'm sorry, that's all I think whenever I hear that fucking line. And now, that's all you guys are going to think. Now, whenever you hear this song at a party, right, all your friends will be like, Popo, shut us down. And you'll just have the image of Kung Fu Panda busting into, like, a house party, shutting down Kesha's fucking jam. That's out.
Shut us down, down, ho, shut us down. Don't.
Like it, alright. Anyway, guys, that's probably enough about Kesha. I wanted to talk about the app TikTok. Now, have you guys got TikTok? If you don't, TikTok is what I believe. I live under a rock, so I'm not going to be like the guy who's dropping hot knowledge. This is an app that's old as fuck. I know that. I'm late to the game. But I knew what it was. I just had no interest in it until this week. Now, it's like what Musical.ly became. So it's just like, okay, this is what TikTok is. This is what I see TikTok is. It's a social media app, kind of like the new Vine, where people just make dog shit content. It is a place where people with no personality can thrive on. If you have zero creativity, zero personality, and your only skill is fucking lip syncing and dancing to popular music, you will have a fan base overnight. However, if you dare go on TikTok and make good creative content, prepare to be fucking not recognized. That's what I've had this app for 3 days. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because Lewis Spears, right? He put up on his story, he's like, oh, I got TikTok. And I thought he was joking, right? I was like, yeah, I messaged him. I was like, wait, you're like ironically got TikTok, yeah? Like, why the fuck would you get that? He goes, no. Like, I'm going to do it. And I think it's like a good opportunity to do comedy, because I checked it out and they've changed it now. Like, you can upload not just the Musical.ly stuff. And I was like, oh, cool. So I checked it out, and look, it's 95% just terminal cancer. Like, you know, like the last few days, you know, whether you've got 2 days to live type content on there, and then there's 5% of stuff that's pretty funny. But you've got to filter through hordes and hordes of bullshit on like their homepage and stuff. It's terrible. But I made a TikTok account. So guys, I just want to come out and say it. I'm a TikTok influencer. How many followers do I have? I haven't posted I think I have 5 followers for no fucking reason. I don't know why I have 5 followers. I just made an account and didn't post it anywhere. And then 2 days later, I have 5 followers. So, yep, guys, I'm killing it. So, I'm already like a huge influencer. I'm a big player on there now. So, if you want, you can follow me. I think I'm going to start posting videos on there. I'm going to see. I'll suss it out for a couple more days and see if it's something I want to do. But that's why I'll bring it up. I want to ask you guys, is TikTok something that you guys use? Like, I'm trying to work out if it's a thing that people over the age of 14 actually go on. Because I don't want to get 12-year-old fans. It's not why that's why I do comedy. I don't want to have 12-year-old fans, right? I know there's like young people who listen to this podcast, but you know, it's hard to like, I don't expect young people to like come to my shows or give me their money and stuff. Like, it's just weird. I do comedy for adults, and if you're 13, 14 and you do like my shit, great. Awesome. Whatever you're into, whatever you're into. But I would say my target demo is like 17 to 25 is usually what I get at my show. 17 to 25-year-olds. So yeah, I don't want to go on this app and just start fucking getting 12-year-old fans. That's not what I want to do it for. So I genuinely want to know, do you guys actually use TikTok, and is it as big as people say it is? That's all I want to know. But as far as, this is how I've viewed like every new social media app that's come since Instagram. It seems like Vine, fucking Musical.ly, TikTok, all it is just a bunch of 15-year-olds trying to figure out who they are as a person via the weird median of choreographed dance with their friends. They're just like trying to find themselves through dancing to fucking Katy Perry. And that's just the weirdest shit. You know what I mean? Like, I saw girls like, they were like, oh my god. I saw this one going like, wow, such a retro track. And it was like, they were dancing to like a G6. And it just made me feel so old. Like, I'm not old. I'm 23. Okay, I'm not old. I'm not trying to say I am. But when you see a 13-year-old go like, wow, like, this song is fucking retro. And I remember listening to like a G6, at like year 7, grade 6 discos on school camps and stuff. How dare you? Like, yes, it's a bit old now, but that like, she thought she was like listening to the classics. Like, Like a G6 was one of the fucking classics. This app is just, it blows my mind, man. I scroll through it and it's just like, let's go on the For You page right now. So there's a bunch of videos of people just reacting to shit. This is it, okay? There's two girls just dancing to shit. They're just doing these dances where they clap their legs together. This isn't content. And you read the comments. By the way, there's people that have like millions of followers in this, and people go like, I love your content, but they'll just be like lip syncing to a song. It blows my fucking mind why this exists. Anyway, so I guess I just wanted to ask, is TikTok like a thing that you think, like, I think I could be really funny. That's all I'm saying is I think I could be really funny, but I don't know if that's what would do well on the app is actual comedy. Like, I would just make piss takes of it and just, have fun and do garbage musical comedy. I'm not saying I'm above doing musical comedy filth. It's still my biggest video to date is You Don't Own Me, okay? It is right in my pocket of niche, weird musical comedy. I'm touring a show about a fucking tambourine at the moment, okay? I'm not going to say I'm above TikTok. I'm just saying, is it something you guys would be interested in watching? I'm absolutely not above it. If anything, I'm probably below it, and I'll be punching up. So, yeah, that's the thing. What else there was on my list to talk about? I don't know if I want to talk about it anymore. I feel like I've been trashing too many songs. I was going to talk about that. I don't even need to talk about it. All I need to... You know what? I'm just going to ruin your guys' week a bit more. And you'll never unhear this. Okay? You know that Billie Eilish song? I've been hearing it a lot this week. That Bad Guy one. Okay? It's become like a bit of a meme on Facebook. It's been around for a few months, right? This one. Hang on. I'll get it to the bit. This song, right? Do you guys know this one? Yep. You might have heard it. Great. Wait till it gets to the chorus. And then once I tell you what it sounds like, you'll never fucking unhear it. Okay? Do you guys remember those Motorola ads? People who are a bit older might remember those Motorola ads from like 2008 where they just had that dumb fucking repetitive music in the background. This song, you ready? This is a Motorola ad from 2008. Get the new Motorola flip phone for only, $29.99 a month. That was legitimately the ad. Wasn't it? Dude, that is a fucking phone ad if I've ever heard one. You're going to hear that on so many ads soon. I bet you they're going to bring it back and that she's going to get paid a lot of money. Anyway, that will ruin that song now whenever you hear that one too. There you go, guys. I've ruined 2 songs for you this week. You're bloody welcome. Let me know if you want to see me on TikTok. You can follow me if you already have it. It's just Luke Kidgell. And I'm going to repost some of my old shit on there, like the You Don't Know Me videos and stuff. And I don't know what goes viral. I'm still trying to work out what goes well. But anyway, I'm thinking of doing it for a laugh, and it could be something, different and fun to do. And because I've watched a lot of my friends who do, like the guys from the Royal Stampede. There's a lot of people, like I know a lot of content creators who have gotten huge on this app, and it's actually translated over to their YouTube following and stuff. So I'm thinking it could be like a fun thing to try at least, and not just shit on something from the start, even though that's exactly what I just did. I just said it was for fucking people with no personality to thrive on. So therefore, I'm going to bloody kill it on this app. All I got to do is just film my fucking day. Wake up, eat Wheat Bix. Everyone's going to be like, wow, he's like me. So yeah. Guys, Adelaide this weekend, Albury, Canberra. Thank you guys very much for listening again. You guys are legends. And if you like the podcast, tell someone about it. And tell your postie to be cooler. That's what I'd say. You go out this week. Maybe I should leave you guys with like a motto every week, like a thing to think about during the week. This week's motto would be, if you see a postie, tell him to fucking rip a skid because he's not cool enough. You just be like, I know a postie cooler than yours. And then he'll be like, you, when he walks away. So, yeah, guys, have a great week. See you at the shows. Adelaide this weekend. Albury, Canberra next week. I'll see you guys next Wednesday, not Thursday, unless I forget again. And other than that, keep doing you. Bye.